Hello science fans and welcome to SHE-ensya. Scientifically, what is chocolate? Where does chocolate come from? How is chocolate made? And why is chocolate so addicting? Why do we ask questions? The SHE-ensya Why series will dissect some of our most head-scratching who, what, where, when, and why questions, teasing out the scientific principles from historical records, conspiracy theories, and mass media. Join us in today's episode where we ask the question, why chocolates? Chocolate. Just the thought of it makes a lot of people smile or panic because of ruined diet plans. But did you know that chocolate has been used in drinks for nearly 4,000 years? For example, on the Pacific coast of Chiapas, Mexico, a Mocaya archaeological site provides evidence of chocolate beverages dating as early as 1900 BC. But what is chocolate anyway? Well, chemically speaking, chocolate is a solid mixture. In its basic form, it is composed of cacao powder, cocoa butter, and some type of sweetener such as sugar. However, modern chocolate as sold in most stores now contain milk solids, flavorings, modifiers, and preservatives. Cacao is the plant matter that gives the unique taste and bitterness to chocolate. Cacao trees under the genus Theobroma originated millions of years ago in the South American continent east of the Andes. There are 22 species of Theobroma, amongst which Theobroma cacao is the most common. And it was Hernan Cortes, the leader of the 1519 expedition to the Aztec Empire, that sailed away for chocolate to make its way to Spain. And the Aztec chocoatl, or chocolate drink, was not initially received favorably until the addition of sugar sometime later. And the sudden virality or popularity of the chocolate drink drove so many farmers to try and grow cacao in Spanish territories, to little success. And by the 17th century, all of Europe was crazy about cocoa and rushed to lay claim to lands suited to cacao production. Today, cacao is produced in countries located 10 degrees north and 10 degrees south of the equator. And some of the top producing countries include Ghana and Indonesia. But of course, the Philippines is also popular for producing some tasty varieties. Now, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization, 25.7%, or about 7,665,000 hectares of the Philippines, are properly forested for potential cacao use. But the National Seed Industry Council of the Philippines has only officially registered about 9 varieties or clones of cacao. But like wine sources, this tropical fruit bears the distinct flavor of the land where it originates. And because environmental conditions differ in different locations in the Philippines, the same cacao variety planted in different places will taste different. Apart from that, the different plants planted around the cacao can also affect its taste. For example, the fruitiness of some Philippine cacao is influenced by the presence of fruit trees such as calamansi, durian, and guava, while beans from cacao farms that intercrop with pomelo, tomato, lettuce, and green beans can produce fruits that have an earthy flavor. On the other hand, areas that grow lots of mangoes can cause cacao varieties that are naturally sour to taste less acidic. And since the Philippines is home to many flavorful tropical plants that make for ideal companion plants for cacao, we also create a huge variety of flavor profiles. But once cacao is harvested from the tree, how is chocolate made? The seeds of the cacao fruit have a bitter taste and must first be fermented in order to develop its flavor. If you want to learn more about the process of fermentation, then check out the video that will pop up over here at the end of this one. After fermentation, the beans are dried, cleaned, and then roasted. The shells of the cacao beans are then removed to produce the cacao nibs. They are then ground down to produce chocolate mass, or chocolate in its purest form. This cocoa mass is usually in a liquid form called chocolate liquor, and is usually mixed with other components to form commercial chocolate. The chocolate liquor may also be processed into its two components, cocoa butter and cocoa solids, which make up a lot of the ingredients in some of our favorite chocolatey treats. And so, science has spoken. Modern chocolate is a solid mixture made up of cacao powder, cocoa butter, and some form of sweetener. Drinking or eating chocolate started about 4,000 years ago from ancient cultures in South America. Chocolate products come from the cacao plant under the genus Theobroma with about 22 species. But wait, what is in chocolate anyhow? Why is it so addicting, and could it possibly be good for us? Well, recent studies have shown that cocoa or dark chocolate has potent health benefits for people. Dark chocolate is in fact full of the flavonoids called catechins and gallic acid, which help protect our blood vessels, help promote cardiac health, and also prevent cancer. Also, 2/3 of the fat in chocolate comes in the form of two saturated fats called stearic acid and oleic acid. But unlike other examples of saturated fat, these two actually do not increase the levels of bad cholesterol in our body. They in fact slow down atherosclerosis that can lead to hypertension. However, a word of warning: consuming milk chocolate or white chocolate, or drinking milk with dark chocolate appears to largely negate the health benefits. And sadly, it is this version of chocolate, the high-calorie, rich in saturated fats and sugars, that can become more addicting, especially since the high sugar content gives us a rapid energy boost. But apart from that, the natural brain chemical called ENKEPHALIN is heightened when chocolate is consumed. And ENKEPHALIN triggers opioid receptors in our brain, similar to those activated by heroin and morphine. And that's why consumption of chocolate can end up being very addicting. What? And that's it for a short video this week. I hope you were able to learn something about the origins and the science behind chocolates. And if you did, I hope you can give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please don't hesitate to message me, your resident Filipino scientist, in the comments section below. Thank you very much, and see you around!